Hey everyone, it's Dinah, and we are here for the second trailer of Super Bowl Sunday night and everything. And this one is for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So, yeah, we had quite an emotional kind of first trailer released for this movie and everything, which kind of did kind of take some did display some very sneaky hints as to who we might lose going forward too. I think the most common theory and most common kind of hints pointing towards Rocket and everything. So yeah, I think they showed us a little bit of his kind of history of where he came from and how he was experimented on and everything, and also Lila Otter as well. I think my go-to guesses were like a badger or like a beaver or something, but no, it's Lila Otter, his girlfriend. Rocket has a girlfriend apparently in the MCU and in the Marvel comics too, and that girlfriend is Lila Otter, so we'll be seeing a bit of her and everything. Whether that's going to be exclusive to flashbacks or if it's going to be the fact that she's actually still alive in the present day is a whole other topic. Possibly even maybe some other animals that could have been experimented on alongside him too. But we'll be going back to his origins and seeing how that kind of affects his path going forward, and seeing if we really are going to lose him and everything. So that'll be interesting. And then a bit more of like the Guardians actually being Guardians of the Galaxy, and I actually could come back to defend the galaxy 5 years later and dealing with all sorts of new threats and having new uniform. They got new uniforms and everything, which look really cool and everything too. So yeah, just some interesting stuff overall. So I guess we'll see exactly what this new trailer also has to offer us. So yeah, let's go.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm Star-Lord. I formed the Guardians. Met a girl, fell in love. That girl died, but then she came back.
I'll see
Came back a total dick.
Oh, please. He left out some important information, but that is the gist of it.
Yeah. Crazy life story to the world.
My sacred mission is to create the perfect society.
He didn't want to make things perfect. He just hated things the way they are.
Yeah, cool colored suits.
I want you all to know that I'm grateful to fight beside my friends.
Incinerate them.
Adam Warlock. Okay, we got him last time too. I was about to say we were Adam Warlock last time too. Yeah.
We were always searching for a family. Until we found each other.
Damn.
Are you ready for one last ride?
Gosh. Oh yeah.
We'll all fly away together.
To the forever
I can't get over that line.
and beautiful sky.
Can't get over that line.
Whoever it was that you were in love with, it sounds more like her.
Her? That's ridiculous.
Do not bring me into this.
Knock it out!
Just never noticed how black your eyes were.
They were replaced by my father as a method of torture.
He picked a pretty set.
Shut the fuck up, Peter. Gosh, just Peter. Shut. Oh god, no. I would say that is one thing I do not want them to actually push in any regard, even as a joke. Just Peter and Nebula. No, thank you. No, thank you. I mean, again, I think if they do push it, it's probably going to be a joke with everything else. But that is just going to be a very no thank you thing from me. So yeah, interesting trailer. So yeah, I think now we got a bit more of a bit more of a look at exactly who it was that actually experimented on him. I think that guy with his face. I don't know. I think it's a great makeup job. I think his face. It looks like it was actually peeled off and then stapled back on again. Like the edges of his face seem to be kind of peeling off from the actual sides of his skull and everything. So I don't know if that's actually a thing or what it is, but It's an interesting kind of prosthetic job there. But yeah, I think he had a line about wanting to create like an all new like an all new society, and then Rocket's kind of truth came out that he just kind of hated things the way they were. So I think he's shown to be experimenting mostly on like animals and everything. So we saw the shots of Lila with like a bionic arm or like a metal arm or something. So there was that, and then there's Rocket on the operating table with all sorts of things plugged into him. And he looks so much more like a baby here. I think as like an actual adult kind of raccoon and everything, or like a grown up raccoon, he just looks so much bigger. But with this one, I don't know if the actual kind of if this scene has been shot to make him look smaller and more submissive because of his situation, or if he actually is like genuinely a lot younger in this scene. Because even the cage scene where he's being picked out actually shows him to be like an actual baby and everything. So if the case is that this experimentation goes on more than once, I think in the first movie he did have the line of I never asked to be torn apart and then put back together over and over and over. So then if that line actually holds any that much sincerity, then that would imply that this scene alone could easily take place over the course of years and years. So we did also see some more shots of Adam Warlock. I think it was 20 seconds into the trailer that I actually remembered, oh yeah, we've got Adam Warlock in the last trailer too, but then I didn't know if I should actually just blurt that out in the middle of the trailer in case something else came up. But then as soon as I saw him, I was like, yeah, Adam Warlock, he showed up in the last trailer too, ever so slightly. So in this one, it was the same thing. In this one, it was only a couple of shots here and there and stuff, so that was really cool. And then another shot of the actual Guardians kind of fighting him. I think last trailer we had him versus Nebula, and this time Groot just comes flying down on him, and then Drax also kind of faces off against him a little bit. So it's going to be him versus the Guardians, as Aisha herself actually did intend and everything. So no kind of dialogue with him just yet. So I do then wonder if given his mission and his purpose, he might end up doing more fighting than talking. The only talking he might be introducing himself and then telling them his mission before proceeding to try and kill them and everything. So I'm curious as to just how much of this he might be in, and how much of this kind of they might actually kind of involve him in, because I think most of the story does seem to kind of delve into a bit more of exactly where Rocket comes from, and how that guy presumably still faces an equally big threat today, especially as maybe the alien and animal population have actually increased, and maybe to this day he's still kind of kidnapping animals and or possibly even actually upping the ante and kidnapping aliens and actually experimenting on them and doing shit to them too. So I will say that I think it would be interesting to actually see them maybe give assuming they're gonna keep Gamora around this time, and then they'll do yet another kind of maybe not a shorter lived but like a shorter displayed run of an actual romance and everything. It would be interesting to see if they actually give they kind of had it from the beginning anyway, like a somewhat kind of shorter burn enemies to lovers kind of thing for Peter and Gamora, only that one it kind of took course over the space of a movie, of one movie and everything. But with this one, if they actually kind of have more kind of stuff covering it, and kind of maybe hint towards like an enemies to lovers thing, but the enemies part being slightly larger this time because of how newer and how fresher this kind of Gamora is. And also with this one, Peter's it feels more like the characters themselves and Peter namely might be thrusting all of that kind of unlived kind of history onto Gamora, be like, oh, in our timeline you were actually, you eventually fell in love with Peter, so then he's kind of hoping that same thing will happen here with you now. So then her kind of knowing that that's where her predecessor actually ended up, it would be funny that if that actually kind of put her off even more, oh wow, so then you assume just because other me fell in love with you that quickly, then I'm going to do the same thing. So there's no guarantee at all either. as to whether or not I'll feel the same way. So I think it would it would be interesting in that regard to actually see where they go. Or maybe like if him constantly kind of like unloading details of like their life together onto her will only actually end up deterring her until she actually kind of leaves the Guardians permanently or something. And then yeah, either way they go, I'm curious to see. So. Yeah, I think all the more stuff as we see just kind of hints more and more towards Rocket's actual departure from the team and departure from the from the MCU and everything. So it really feels like we might have to say goodbye to him too. I think Drax, I think Drax is more of like a maybe for me, because I think Dave Bautista himself actually did hint in an interview that like he's actually fully ready and fully prepared to say goodbye to Drax in this movie, but then that like has taken on different meanings. Like he could either die or he could just leave. He could very easily leave the team and just go his own separate way and just kind of be Drax like somebody else in the galaxy. So he could just easily kind of stop being Guardian of the Galaxy and just be like a civilian of the galaxy or something. So he could easily just leave, and he doesn't have to die either. So Rocket in that sense might be the only kind of person we lose and stuff. So yeah, I think looking at the logo now, I think someone else also did have like a fan theory that like the logos of each of the movies kind of actually represents who we lose in that movie. So like the first movie had like a slightly lighter brown kind of coloring, and that was the movie where the original Groot died, and then Guardian Volume 2 had like a blue logo, and then that was where Yondu died. So this one having like a slightly darker brown kind of shade to it. That then does kind of indicate that Rocket is the one we're going to be saying goodbye to. So ever since I read that, I was like, you know what, that makes sense, and now it just hurts. So yeah, you can't even look at a good logo without feeling some trepidation about this movie. So yeah, it'll be cool to see how they pull this all off. But yeah, that is pretty much all I can really kind of think of for now. Equally emotional trailer, equally jam-packed with emotion and action and great music, as was the last trailer and everything. So yeah, I think what did they say the date was again for this? Let me actually go back and check that. I was gonna say June 19th, but no, that's the Flash. May 5th. Okay, so yeah, that's not too far away either. So that's almost right after Flash. So yeah, May 5th. So yeah, that's gonna be a very, very interesting opening weekend to experience. So yeah, that was the official new trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So yeah, that is pretty much it. So thank you guys as always for being here and for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then feel free to leave a like and comment with all the trailer and what you're looking forward to in this, and how you think things might unfold, and how you think they might affect the team going forward and the people going forward and everything. And yeah, that is pretty much it. So until the next time, bye bye for now.